There she is, beautiful as always. So good to see you. How excited are you? Baseball's back. We're ready to go here.
It's like Christmas, opening day. I mean, it's something too you get so excited about because it was such a shortened season. So it's kind of like, okay, we didn't really get enough. So now coming into opening day, I couldn't sleep last night. I don't know. I just feel like it's opening gifts. You don't know what you're going to get, right? You've got all these packages, the Yankees, the Dodgers, but we'll come May, come June, July. We're going to really see what the season unfolds to be. So I'm excited.
Jessica's always
Jess, you know who got the best gift? Francisco Lindor. Let me just get that in here real quick. 10-year deal, Jessica. $341 million.
That's crazy.
I mean, Max and Stephen A., you guys are rich, but this is like next level rich. It is unbelievable. What is your reaction to this deal?
First of all, welcome to Major League Baseball, Steve Cohen. I mean, the owner for the Mets knew coming in saying that he wanted to spend money. This was his first challenge. I feel like this is his temple. This is what he is going to build this franchise that is now his off of. This mega deal. I mean, think of the biggest deal in Mets history up until this point was David Wright, 8 years, $138 million. We're talking $200 million more for one of the most dynamic players in all of baseball. Lindor, before he's done in this 10 years, could go down as one of the best Mets player ever. When you look at his numbers, his batting average, the Golden Gloves, all the things, the smile, the passion. New York, here he comes, Steve Cohen. Look out.
Jessica, I adore you. You know that, but it made me sick listening to you just now because you remind me of my high school buddy who lives in L.A. Max and Molly know him very well. Is Jeff Brown, my two godchildren, Nicholas and Nicole. He's got them being Mets fans talking about it's a different kind of orange in their uniform. It's a different kind of orange. Do you see it? Do you see it? That's how he's talking. Listen. I get Lindor. I understand it. Got us 341 after holding out and saying no to the 10-year, 325 offer. But are we really to believe in the New York Mets when you have to take into account defense has to be played? There has to be a rotation behind DeGrom. I mean, those are elements in baseball that actually contribute to winning. I know we're all excited in Queens, New York about those New York Mets, and it's limited there. Trust me. Ain't no Mets fan anywhere else in New York outside of Queens.
Hey,
but are we really going to be sold on that?
I'm not saying the Mets.
Okay.
I'm not saying the Mets are going to win. I don't think they're going to win the World Series. I mean, this is an exciting. I'm just talking about Steve Cohen as a new owner saying he's going to spend money. No,
I'm asking, do you think they're going to make the postseason?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm asking, do you think they're going to make the postseason? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I think they'll make the postseason. Absolutely. Wildcard team. I think there's so many possibilities out there in the East. Yes. If they can stay healthy with their players, I don't think it's guaranteed. They're not the best team in their division even. I mean, I feel like they've got a loaded division. So to even get through that, I definitely think this is a talented team.
And at least probably the best division in baseball.
For sure.
Yeah. Jessica, I want to talk. I know you're dying to talk Dodgers. Yeah, we know they're probably going to win the whole thing, and
Yankees.
By the way, I don't want to hear any talk about 116 games is the record that they're going. 116 doesn't matter because they got knocked out by the Yankees that year. The record's 125 wins in a season.
That's right.
Win the World Series if you want to break the record.
Right.
Now that's one. But I want to ask you about Mike Trout. Because Mike Trout is a transcendent talent. He has been the best player in baseball basically every year since he entered the league at like 19 or 20. He has 3 MVPs and 4 second-place finishes. Probably deserved at least 3 of those to be MVP, but he never plays in the postseason. Angels are pretty good this year. How important is it for Mike Trout's legacy? I know this is not basketball, but still, how important is it for Mike Trout's legacy to start making the playoffs?
I mean, his legacy is going to be there no matter what. But I'm with you, Max. I mean, we've got to see this guy. Because if you think about overall legacy, like we're talking about everyone who doesn't watch baseball all the time, knowing Mike Trout like they know LeBron James, like they know so many, the Tom Brady's. That's who Mike Trout is. But because we don't see him past even, I mean, we're talking September 30th, one time we've seen him in his career. But if you're talking about overall legacy in Major League Baseball, I mean, this guy is going to go down as one of the greatest we've seen of this generation. It doesn't matter. But I've got the Angels to win the AL West. I know that that's kind of a controversial with the Astros and the A's, but I think they're a better team. Anthony Rendon coming over last year, they needed pitching. They went out and got Jose Quintana, Alex Cobb. I feel like they've They've gotten those issues. I want to see Mike Trout in October too, but his legacy, it's going to be there no matter what.
His legacy is going to be there no matter what. But if there's any kind of thing that holds him back, it's his fault. It's his decision because he wanted to stay there. And we can't knock him for wanting to stay in Southern California. You can't knock him for that at all.
You know what he got to stay?
I'm just saying, yeah, 400. But he would have got that from anybody, as you would say. But anyway, just anybody would have given Mike Trout the money.
Yeah, but you have to wait.
Jessica, let me get to my New York Yankees now, the real team in New York City. To me, it's about health.
Both of you guys.
That's right, Jessica. It's all about health. Okay?
Come on, Judge.
I mean, is Cole going to get some help? Is other guys like Severino and others in that rotation, they're going to get healthy? Giancarlo Stanton, I mean, Aaron Judge, are they going to be healthy? That, to me, is really what it comes down to, their health. Is that the case with you with the New York Yankees, or is there something I'm missing?
No, I mean, absolutely. I mean, this team has a ton of depth. I do feel like their starting pitching, which was their biggest weakness last year, you get really awed by all of their stars, by the fact that their offense, especially when they are healthy. But even if Aaron Judge and Carlos Stanton, guaranteed those guys, for them to get through the entire season and not have an injury, that's just probably not going to happen. I think they still win and succeed if they can get their starting pitchers to be able to perform consistently. Being able to add Corey Kluber, I think, helps a ton, but they're missing Tanaka. I mean, it's going to be an interesting season, I think, for these Yankees when you look at the flip side, because it's not the health. I'm not worried about the health of their hitters. I'm worried about the health of their staff. If they don't have that starting rotation, they're not going to get as far as everyone thinks.
A lot of upside on that
so
rotation.
So much has changed, yet so much is still the same with these two and their personal agenda. Stephen A., what are you going to do now? The Nets are way better than the Knicks, and then the Mets are coming. I mean, it's just going to be rough for you. No wonder you're spending so much time out in Jessica's territory on the West Coast.
Let me answer that while Jessica is on the air. Let me tell you something about New York City, Amali. The Brooklyn Nets had better win the championship or they won't be more relevant than the Knicks. The Mets had better win the World Series or they won't be more relevant than the Yankees. And even if they both win, they'd only be relevant for the offseason. The second the next season started wouldn't matter because this is Yankee town, New York City, baby. All right, it's Yankees, okay?
Always remember that.
That's a different. Hold on. As my boy, I tell my boy Jeff and Nicholas and Nicole, I hope y'all are watching. It's a different kind of pinstripes. It's a different kind of pinstripes with the Yankees, the Mets with their imitating selves. Get your own damn uniform.
Just come on over to California.
Come on now.
Over to California.
Yeah, talk about the Dodgers. I know you want.
But I am coming to California. I love to visit.
Jess, we have to go. Yes or no answer. Dodgers winning it again? Yes or no?
I'm going to go no. Even though I'm West Coast, Dodgers, SoCal, just because they are the best team, it's too easy to say yes.
She just invited me to California.
Right,
she just said, come on now. And they're going to say they ain't going to win.
Dodgers are loaded. David Price can't make a rotation.
It's great to see you. I'm sorry, fellas, we got to go. I got some breaking news. All right, yes, you'll come back soon. Much more to discuss. We'll be following up on that with you. When we come back here on First Take, I have breaking news regarding North Carolina's basketball program.